So my dear friends, let us take what are expenses. Expenses are nothing but the amounts that have been paid or will be paid later for the cost that has been incurred to earn revenue. For example, as far as the company is concerned, if I am the owner of the company, I need to hire some employees and in order to manufacture the product, and for that I have to give some amount to them. So that is nothing but the salaries or the wages. It forms of expenses. Expenses means the money, where you can say in Hindi you can say kharcha, or you can say some amount which is going. It is nothing but it forms the factor of loss only. Basically there can be two type of expenses. One is direct expense and another is indirect expense. So we'll be dealing in detail what are direct expenses as well as what are indirect expenses. So on utilities also we expense for purchasing some machinery which is helpful for the company's future growth, so that more revenues can be generated. So or using the supplies or advertising of the product. For example, marketing of the product, if you do branding, or if you do some kind of advertisement, for example say announcing, if you do, or you send calls to the customer, or you produce a TV ad, or you produce a YouTube ad, or you produced any kind of advertising, or the money which is actually going out from the company for the purpose of generating more profit for the company is nothing but the expenses basically. So expenses, every company thinks that to lower down the expenses, because in order to generate more and more profit, expenses has to be lower down. Now direct expenses are the expenses which are actually done on the product itself, for the manufacturing of the best possible product directly on the product. So these are direct expenses. Indirect expenses are basically the expenses which are not directly done on the product, but the indirectly they are done in order to manufacture the product. For example, if you want to hire accountants, if you want to hire a chartered accountant, or if you want to hire, if the indirect expenses are nothing but the, I'll show in more detail in the future slides to come. Thank you and stay tuned.